All that seems to be on my mind is hustling. I just wanna touch a onion. She just want a couple hundred. I got mad and changed the subject. Then I got drunk and said fuck it.
What up? It's your boy Cardinalred, and we back for some more of that Ali Land Daily Boxing Talk, people. And today we talking Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence. Boxing footwork. Flat-footed versus on toes. Pros, cons. Alright, y'all. So today we gonna break down, boxing footwork. And if you check out right now, I'm showing a little bit of flat-footed footwork, and the fact that you can't really turn quickly when you're flat-footed. It's hard to spin. It's hard to make a quick move when you're flat-footed. So we're gonna break that down, and we're gonna break down the difference between that and being up on your toes and being able to move and turn quickly and pretty much control your distance when you're boxing or fighting from on your toes versus being flat-footed. And I think the two best specimens to break down who use these two different techniques are Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence Jr. So, to me, when you're flat-footed, like I'm flat-footed now, you're able to generate a lot of power from being flat-footed. You're able to go to the body and be really offensive with your punches and be, just dig your punches in and really hurt your opponent when you're standing on a base. Because when you're flat-footed and you move flat-footed, you're on a base, and it's hard to knock that off of balance. Opposed to when you're up on your toes, it gives you the mobility. It gives you you can still throw power punches, like I'm throwing power punches, but you're kind of off balance when you're throwing these power punches, and you're throwing them really, really hard. As you can see, it's hard for me to throw a solid punch and just move quickly out of the way. Now, there are ways of using up on your toes and throwing power, but when you're trying to throw power, you want to do it from a solid base, basically. But Manny Pacquiao has abilities to use when he's up on his toes and throw solid punches when he is off balance. And Errol Spence Jr., he's the perfect specimen when it comes to being a flat-footed style fighter. He likes to plot his next move before he actually throws a punch. So a lot of times what you see is him planting his foot down, and then he'll throw a punch, or he'll move and then throw a punch. Like, he doesn't move his feet and throw his hands at the same time a lot, and that's because he's trying to generate power behind every shot. And that, to me, I feel like that's what he's trying to do, and that's how he breaks a lot of fighters down. It's the reason a lot of guys can't go 12 rounds with Errol Spence. Opposed to when you're up on your toes like Manny Pacquiao, he can still break you down, but he's doing it more with speed and combination punching, and he's breaking you down by tiring you out. Because when you listen to a lot of guys talk after they fought Manny Pacquiao, they always say he's just too fast. You get more tired out by chasing him around the ring than actually absorbing his punches. A lot of guys say guys like Brandon Rios was like he wasn't hurt by Pacquiao. He was just too quick. He was too fast, and then you have to chase him at the same time, so you're using up your energy as well as getting hit back. So there are pros and cons to both styles, but to me, when I fight, I favor being flat-footed in spurts, because I want to generate power, but I also like to move around a lot, and that comes from me playing a lot of basketball and being a guy who's up on his toes, moving around the court a lot. So I want to move, but I understand that moving can drain your energy if you're not a high stamina guy. Pacquiao's a very high stamina guy, so he's able to move around the ring a lot and stay up on his toes for longer spurts than most fighters can. Now, Pacquiao does use a flat-footed stance at times, but he's mostly up on his toes. So how does that break down when you talk about Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence Jr.? Which foot style is better than the other, or which guy might win this fight based off of footwork. Who's got the better footwork. Like I said, there are pros and cons to both, but if it had to play out, if the fight played out with just footwork, who's someone's footwork is what won them the fight, I would say it would be Manny Pacquiao, simply because he can go both ways. I don't see Errol Spence being an on his toes type of guy unless he has his opponent hurt. Then he's ready to jump on him, and he can get up on his toes and move around when he's ready to jump on the guy. But as far as, staying active the whole fight, then that goes to Manny Pacquiao. And to me, that means that Pacquiao has higher stamina than Errol Spence Jr. I think Pacquiao would actually be able to move around the ring a lot when it came to fighting Errol Spence Jr. and basically just tiring him out, and maybe around the 10th or 11th round actually be able to throw, sit down on his punches and throw something solid, and perhaps even, maybe knock Errol Spence down or out like he did Keith Thurman. As far as Spence goes and his flat-footed stands, what can he take advantage of Manny Pacquiao? Well, we all know Marquez knocked Pacquiao out, and he knocked him out because he caught Pacquiao up on his toes coming forward, and he planted his foot down on Pacquiao's lead foot, which kept him from, it kind of froze him up. So, and he was able to land a great shot. And so that's something Spence can take advantage of. If he's able to tangle Pacquiao's feet up and catch him, or, perhaps step on his foot like Marquez did and catch him coming forward, because he plants his feet down so hard, there's a real possibility that he can either tangle Pacquiao's legs up and catch him moving too fast, or he can plant down on Pacquiao's lead foot as he catches him coming in and just land something solid and knock Pacquiao straight out. I mean, it's a possibility. But if one of those two scenarios played out, I would say it would be the first one, and it would be that Manny Pacquiao stayed active the whole fight. He used his stamina to tire Errol Spence Jr. out, and he was able to, land some good solid combinations and sit down on his punches in the 11th and 12th round, and perhaps knock Spence down or knock him out. Is that the way it's going to play out? I'm a Pacquiao fan. I like both guys, but I'm more of a Pacquiao fan than a Spence fan. And if they fought, I would want to see Pacquiao win. I don't really mind either one of them winning, just as long as it's a good fight. But I would rather see Pacquiao win. But I think that would be the key to victory for Errol Spence Jr. And I think that's the pros and the cons of being a flat-footed boxer versus an on-your-toes style boxer like Manny Pacquiao. Let me know what y'all think about that down in the comment section. What do y'all prefer? Do y'all prefer the plotting style of Errol Spence Jr. or the on-your-toes style of Manny Pacquiao? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. As always, it's your boy Cardinalred. Man, believe in yourself. Follow your dreams. Your dreams can come true. And always tell your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, the man on the moon, your dog, your cat, your lizard about Ali Land Boxing Talk with Cardinalred. It's your boy, and we are out of here.
All that seems to be on my mind is just that. I just wanna touch her onion, sweet touch her onion. She just want a couple hundred. I got mad and changed the subject. Then I got drunk and said fuck it.